Want to bring in our panel now to discuss this historic hearing today. We have Nick Pope, who investigated UFOs for the British Ministry of Defense. We have Rich Hoffman, an executive board officer for the Scientific Coalition for UAP Studies, and Rob Swiatk, a board member of the Mutual UFO Network, also a UFO researcher as well. Thank you all for being here. I do want to start with you, Rich. I know that you've investigated about 1,000 cases in your career. What stood out to you particularly today?
I think for me, it was just the excitement of having some sort of a congressional official hearing and allowing people to come forward, and the credible cases like you had that were talked about by the two pilots, especially, that deserves to be that should have happened years ago. There are a lot of credible cases, even from the past, from pilots who have seen these things. And but anyway, it's a vindication for all those people from the past that they're now officially being heard seriously and treated seriously.
Yeah, a vindication. I hear that. Rob, what are your thoughts on what we saw transpire today, and what outstanding questions do you still have?
Yeah, hard to repeat what Richard just said, but really it is a vindication for UFO witnesses throughout the years. This was a groundbreaking event in that regard. And one of the interesting things that I see when I compare the sightings that were described by Fravor and Graves, they match identically almost with sightings that occurred 50, 60, 70 years ago, where military pilots were flummoxed. And these objects literally flew circles around their planes. Here, 70 years later and several generations of technology later, they're doing the exact same thing. So when you separate the wheat from the chaff, the wheat has stayed the same for 70 years. And secondly, yes, I would like to see the very disturbing testimony that David Grush gave collaborated. Either he's telling the truth or he's not, and we should be able to get to the bottom of this. But what he had to say with a straightforward face and clear language was disturbing.
Yeah, what specific detail disturbed you? What are you referring to?
Well, I'm referring to the fact that the people are, he implied, completely intimidated, that some people he personally knows have been injured because of their testimony on UFOs or research into UFOs. And I've heard, we've all heard, I think three members on this panel have heard a little bit of this kind of testimony over the years, but we need to get to the bottom of it. And to me, what he said is bothersome.
It is bothersome. Nick, I do want to get to you. Let's listen to this together, because Congressman Ogles mentioned national security, and he sort of presented this what-if scenario where an unidentified UAP would become hostile. Let's listen to that exchange quickly.
You know, in the event that your encounters had become hostile, would you have had the capability to defend yourself, your crew, your aircraft?
Absolutely not.
Sir? No.
Nick, is this something that you are concerned about?
Absolutely. This gets to the heart of why this is being discussed now in Congress and not just in some conspiracy blog. This is now front and center, a defense, national security, and safety of flight issue. And if anyone doubted that, what happened today should dispel those doubts forever. This was powerful stuff. Bombshell after bombshell was dropped. And every time David Grush said, I can't answer that question unless we go to the skiff, he was basically pointing a big arrow and saying, look here and ask this question if you want to get to the bottom of it. So it was really historic what happened today.
Rich, what does our government, what does our military need to do to be better prepared?
Well, I think, let me bring up one point, and that is that even if you throw sensors and data at these type of equipment that they were talking about, you also heard them talk about the fact that there are electromagnetic effects associated with being in close proximity to the craft, or they get jammed. So now you're dealing with the fact that you're trying to collect data, and multi-sensory data specifically, and not only just the visible with human eyes and stuff, but get all that data. You're going to have to deal with the fact you have an object that can create an effect where you could basically not have the data. And so we have to look at that and treat it very seriously and then figure out an approach to being able to get data and then having the data analyzed, looked at by science, and ultimately determined if they can make anything out from it. But until we address this thing seriously and scientifically, we're going to be hurting.